Good evening, everybody. So I know I haven't put up a video in quite a while, which I apologize for. Just one of those situations where it was a busy year this year, just in my personal life, to where couldn't really do as much racing as I ideally would have liked. Between work, I'm also in school getting my degree. So those two things kind of consume my life for the most part during the summer, because I did take summer classes this year to graduate quicker. So that kind of left drag racing on the back burner, unfortunately, which sucks. But I mean, in the end, I'm doing it for a reason, like trying to make money, and then I'm getting my degree to make more money so I can go drag racing more. So there really wasn't a whole lot for me to film. We mainly just kind of stayed locally, went to Killcare, stuff like that. And for the most part, it was not very good outcomes. A lot of it when, lose first round, buy back, lose again, just because it was a little rusty. We went to a test and tune in the beginning of the year to make sure everything was okay on the truck, because we did make a change in the motor. We got longer push rods, and we think that was the reason why we kept having so many problems with this motor last year. So thankfully, we are hoping that's fixed. We didn't have any problems this year. Knock on wood, obviously, that it's not a problem going forward. And then after that, went out to Killcare a couple times, but it was probably a month later. So I was really rusty. Definitely this year I would say I had a problem with going red a lot. It seems like I'd be good in time runs. I'd, be 00 or 012, something like that. And then I'd go into first round and I'd just be late, absolutely dead late. So I would buy back in, and I'm anticipating not being late, and then I'm red. And I'd be 050 red or something like that. So this is something I definitely need more practice at. But last Christmas, my mom got me a practice tree, one of the little handheld ones. So I probably need to practice on that more this off season. But other than just going to Killcare, really didn't do a whole lot of racing. One cool note, I did buy a new trailer this year. We really needed it for next year. With my dad's car being very close to being done and hopefully ready for next year, we only had his 24-foot enclosed, and then we had an open trailer, but really didn't have the space we needed to take the golf cart, stuff like that. So I went and got financing on a 28-foot enclosed trailer, which I'll do a video for that, show everybody the trailer. It's nothing crazy, but it's nice for us, that's for sure. And then we did hit a couple Mopar races. So we went to the Mopar Nationals up in National Trail Raceway. I've been before as a spectator, but I've never gone as a racer, which was the main reason for going this year, because I wanted to experience it, see what it's like, just to say I've done it. And nothing against it. It's a cool event, but they definitely kind of crap on the drag racers, to be honest with you. We definitely got the short end of the stick the majority of the weekend. And then honestly, just dealing with the people is a bit much. You make a pass and you're trying to get back to your trailer and trying not to get the car to overheat, and people just walk out in front of you, stuff like that, to where it just kind of takes away the fun. You know what I mean? So we'll probably go next year just kind of as spectators. My mom did the swap meet area, so we'll probably be there, but I don't think I'm going to take the car and race. And I think my dad's kind of in the same boat with his car, doesn't want to really do it. He did it when he was a teenager. So he pretty much said he had his fix on racing at it. And then other than that, we did go to Norwalk for World of Mopar, which I believe they're changing the name next year. But that's probably our favorite event that we go to. Definitely the best track. I love that track. It's just a good facility. It's a good time. I like to race quarter mile. We get to race quarter mile there. Had some decent success there, won a couple rounds each day, nothing too crazy where I got down into the deep rounds or nothing. And same with the Mopar Nationals, won a couple rounds each day. Nothing crazy. Unfortunately, forgot to film any of it because I'm an idiot and just didn't think about it. like I said, didn't get to go racing a whole bunch this year. So when we were there, just kind of, focus on hanging out with my family, stuff like that, hanging out with my girlfriend at the racetrack. My uncle did get a clip from one of my passes. I believe this was first round Saturday up at Norwalk, so I'm going to go ahead and put that in here.
Alyssa Class from Columbus, Ohio, here in the Ohio Conference. Racing Transmissions Pro. We're going to go to Melissa Class. 55, 125 miles an hour. Larry Shepard, Akron, Ohio, in the Summit Lane, 68 Cuda, and Jordan Seaback, Vandalia, Ohio.
So yeah, that pass, definitely probably one of my best passes of the weekend. Thank you to my uncle for that video. And also, if you can kind of hear it over the loudspeaker, that's Bill Bader, the owner of Norwalk. He really gets into it, which makes it really enjoyable to be up there because he loves to do it. So it like gets you pumped. But yeah, so I believe I was 006 up front, and he was like, I think he was like 080, something like that. I'd have to find the slip. But the guy's a really good racer. He was at Mopar Nationals. I think he runnered up one of the days and then like went down to 4 cars the other day. So like that dude's a pretty good racer. So I knew I was going to have to be on my game. So like I said, I think I was 00 something and he was, I think, 08. So he had some catching up to do. And we got to I'd say about 1,000 foot. I probably had maybe car and a half on them, so got out of it, got back into it just to make sure I didn't break out, and ended up getting the win. But it was still a pretty good weekend. Like I said, we hung out with family, had kind of like a mini family reunion type thing going on up there. My mom was working the swap meet. She was makes stuff that she sells at those events, so if you ever see me at one of the Mopar races, I'll definitely send you in my mom's direction. She makes some really cool stuff, some Mopar stuff. But other than that, this year, we're done for the year, obviously. It's November in Ohio, so it's starting to get cold. We don't travel or anything like that out of state for racing unless it's, to a Mopar race, and even then we'll go to like Kentucky, stuff like that. I don't do any of the big money races. Nothing against them. I think they're awesome. I'd love to do one day. But I'm still very new at this. Like this was my 3rd year racing of owning this car, and I'm still getting the hang of it. And being a foot brake guy, at a lot of the big money races, they don't separate them. So you're running guys with delay boxes, stuff like that. So I'm already at a disadvantage. And that's not to say you can't win being a bottom bulb guy, because there's a bunch of them that do it. They're just really good at it, and I am nowhere near on that level. So I know I would be wasting my money. I'd rather spend the money and go watch it rather than participate, just because I'm probably going to be a first round duck every day. And that's just, I accept that right now. My skill level is nowhere near what it needs to be to do those races. Would love to do a bottom bulb race, but there's not really many locally to us that I know of. Like, obviously, there's the World Foot Brake down in Bristol, which I would love to do, and I know my dad's on the same boat. We would love to do it, but it's just a bit of a trek to go from where we're at here in Dayton to Bristol, and then, paying for entry fee, stuff like that. So it's on the bucket list for sure, maybe one day, but right now, just not possible. But like I said, we're down for the winter, so I got the car up on jack stands, got the water out of it, antifreeze in it, put it in the garage for the winter. As it pertains to winter upgrades, don't really have anything planned. Pretty happy with everything right now. Maybe, I don't know, this possibility. If any of you watch my channel, you probably watch Gen 2 Garage. Awesome channel, love their videos. But if you've watched it, you see that they partnered with Strange and built a front brake assembly for this style Dakota, which you can't find anywhere. So I might talk to them if they still have any in stock, just figure out if it'll work for my truck, and get some new brakes on the front, because I still got stock brakes that are just drilled out to fit my bolt pattern. I mean, they work, but it's not the greatest, and they drag a little bit, you know what I mean? So yeah, huge shout out to Gen 2 Garage for making that happen. Like, that's awesome for these type of trucks. You don't see stuff like that. But it all just, I got to call them, see if it'll work, see how much, stuff like that. And then you may see, I do not have a front seat right now. The reason being behind that, I traded seats with my dad. So that seat is actually sitting over here. That is I believe it's a 15-inch seat, I think. And the seat I had in here was a 17-inch. And the 15 was a little snug in my dad's car. Like, he could fit, but it was just tight. So I told him, I was like, I can fit in the 15. You fit better in this seat. Let's just trade seats. We'll do that. And then really for this off season, we're pretty much focused on my dad's car. That's really our main objective. We want to get his car done, which it's very close. I'll try to make a video on that next time we go down to my grandpa's. But we got the motors together. It's in the car. My brother is in the process of building a set of headers for it. He's got one side done and started on the other side. We had to do some body work, like some patch panels on it. I'm trying to think what else. He got an interior put in it, which I don't know if I've done a video on that or not, but it's got a all new aluminum interior. And then there's not really a whole lot left. We just got to like mount the doors, stuff like that. Really the last little bit of putting a race car together that takes the longest. Let's see. I do have a surprise for everybody. So give me just a second and I'll show you. God, this truck's filthy. I need to clean it, but like I said, we're in the off season. It's gonna be in the garage all winter. So I think it was my last video where I talked about any upgrades I was gonna do this winter, and one of the ones I talked about was new wheels. Well, this past April, I was able to get new wheels for this thing, which these were the ones I wanted. I wanted the street lights. I just think they look cool. Ended up getting in contact with a dealer for Billet Specialties. His name's Jason Dale. So if you're looking for any Billet Specialties, definitely find him on Facebook. He'll get you a deal on them. Obviously, it's not gonna be anything like super crazy, but it'll be a good deal. I love these things. They were awesome this year. I think they make the truck look a little better. I would give you a better view of it, but right now my garage is a mess and I can't really get it full picture. Let's see from this angle. And let's try the other side. Let's see on the other side. There we go. I just love the way that looks. I just think it looks awesome. Something about it just looks cool to me. I think the black with the chrome just goes well together. Then that orange just pops. All right, so that's gonna do it for my video tonight. Like I said, I'm gonna try to do this a little bit better for anybody that likes to watch this. Like I said, it was just a busy year this year. One thing about next year, I do not plan on taking college classes next summer. I'm gonna take the entire summer off from college, so that'll give me more time to race and do other things, and hopefully make some more videos for you guys if you like them. So yeah, on that note, like, share, subscribe, you know, all that. Really appreciate it. And then I hope you guys have a good night.